What's going on, guys? It is 7:30 in the morning. I'm actually in San Diego, California at Mimi's parents' house right now. I'm about to go to the gym. I've been here for about 3 or 4 days. I haven't filmed much, just did like a couple training sessions and stuff like that. But basically I've just been working out and training every single day and then just kind of running errands to get situated back into the US. So we're gonna go to the gym right now. If you guys are wondering about the weather, it is typical San Diego weather.
That's exactly what
they're all like, you know, how's Matt's life going right now with the weather? Well, it's going great because it's 75 degrees and sunny every single day down here in San Diego. Beautiful, and we're no longer in winter in New Zealand. I definitely miss it though. I miss New Zealand. Hornsby's, if you're watching this, Mike, Tyler, Cody, Luca, Fran, I miss you guys. But yeah, I definitely am happy to be back in America as well. Okay guys, I'm gonna do a voiceover about today's workout. So I clocked in at 170 pounds, which is right where I wanna be. That's like my ideal playing weight, between 170 and 175 pounds. So very good. I hopped on the treadmill and did a very, very intense workout. So I started with a warm-up jog at 8 miles per hour for about 5 minutes, just to get the blood flowing for my body to feel right. And then what I did is I popped up the incline up to 12%. I made the speed 11.2, which is 18 kilometers an hour. And then I would run for 20 seconds on up this incline, which was pretty easy on that first 3 or 4 sets. And then gradually gets very, very hard as you go on. So you go 20 seconds on, and then after a 20-second of sprinting up this hill, you hop off on the treadmill just like I'm doing right now, and you rest for 40 seconds. And then again at the minute mark, you repeat, and you end up doing 15 sets of this. So you get so winded, and if it's kind of interesting because some treadmills are easier than others and the speeds are slightly off, but this was a pretty tough one. I mean, I've done a couple treadmills that aren't that fast. I've done faster ones. I'd say this is more in the middle, but yeah, this workout was pretty intense. It just gets you sweating. It's very good for soccer, intervals, sprinting, and just a great muscle builder as well as like a cardio builder as well. And I found this workout actually on John Terry's Instagram. So, you know, great, tremendous center back that it's just, you know, I love seeing this day and age with social media. You can pick up a workout from a great player like John Terry and then copy it. Just don't copy his antics outside the field. Anyway, first exercise of the day was front squat. So after a warm up of doing the bar and a few, you know, sets of 25 pounds on each side, I put 45 pounds on the bar and I would just squat down with the front squat. I did a box squat because a lot of people ask about why I'm doing box squats. I do box squats because I'm still recovering from some pretty serious patellar tendonitis or tendinosis. So that box at the bottom just helps relieve a lot of the pressure of holding the weight when you go down deep in that squat. So I find that this is a really good thing to help improve the strength of the patellar tendon, as well as just to increase the strength of your quads as well. So box squats, highly recommend it if you guys have any patellar tendonitis or nosis, stuff like that. So I did 5 sets of 5 with that box squat, with the front squat like that. And then I moved over to the single leg RDLs. And for the single leg RDLs, I grabbed a 20-pound dumbbell and then I did 10 reps on each leg and I did 4 sets. Now the rest was really short because this isn't as intense as the front squat. With the front squat, I was resting anywhere from 60 seconds to about 90 seconds, so a pretty long rest time. For this is almost no rest. So I switch the hands and I just go straight to the other leg and repeat until I do 4 sets of both. I love doing this. I love going from a very intense compound movement like the front squat, where it involves pretty much everything in your legs, your butt, everything. And then going into a more lightweight unilateral movement that really focuses on one leg at a time. Just because when you focus on one leg at a time, you really help kind of erase those muscular imbalances that you can have that might lead to injury. And this also really, as you just saw, really works to improve your balance. And this is something that I never did when I was younger. I just focused on the big compound movements. I focused on building strength. I just focused on like the big meat of the exercises. And I didn't focus on this little stuff like this that might not build as much muscle as, you know, effectively, but really works on injury prevention, works on erasing muscle imbalances, and works on balance as well. After that, I got the highest box jump that I could get.
I took a few steps back and I'm just doing explosive box jumps, and I did 5 reps of this for 4 sets. And so this is really good. I'm just focusing on jumping up on top of the box as explosively and powerfully as possible. I'm lowering myself down gently so I'm not any kind of like risking injury by just popping back down, and then again just repeating it. So I'm doing low reps for these box jumps because I want to work on power and plyometrics. I'm not working on cardio. If you want to work on cardio, you do higher reps. And then after that, I grabbed a 14-pound medicine ball, and I'm doing med ball slams, and I'm doing a variation where right after I slam it on the ground, I'm twisting and throwing it against the wall. I could probably stand a little bit farther back from the wall as I'm watching this over again, but this is a great exercise just to work on really functional movement as well as core strength, because you're slamming that ball down as hard as you possibly can and then twisting it and throwing against the wall as hard as you can as well. Again, like I just said, I would take a few steps away from the wall so I can really twist a little bit more and engage like my core and my obliques of my ab muscles to make that better. But yeah, and I honestly didn't really count reps. I just went until I was like dead tired and I really couldn't do anymore. Like just had a few more reps in the tank. And then as soon as I was done, I took about a 30-second rest, and then I repeated it on the other side. And then I did 2 sets facing each direction. So I worked on twisting each way twice. But this is something as well I really want to work on in my workouts, more functional movements as well, and not just kind of going for more isolation stuff where, you know, machines. I love this gym with this outdoor area because you can do so much, and it's in San Diego, so the weather's always nice. But love this workout. I love that exercise as well. It's tiring, it's intense, and it's just really good. You know, that's movements you do in the game. Not really slamming a ball down, but that twisting and that like crunching up for headers or whatever. It's good, even though it might not be exactly the right game realistic move. It's a lot more functional than other exercises. And the next exercise I did is I got the decline ab bench, and then I hoisted it up a little bit higher because it really wasn't that high of a degree of an angle. So I put it on top of a little step up exercise block or whatever. So just to make that angle about 45 degrees. And then I did 20 crunches, really contracting the abs. So you can go through the motions again, going with your hip flexors with this, or you can actually focus on the exercise and really work what you want to work. After that, I supersetted the ab crunches with groin raises, and groin raises is just part of my rehab program to really work on the adductors, and this just kind of gets that explosively firing and just to improve the strength of it. My groin is feeling tremendous, again, improving every single day. I don't want to say it's 100% yet, but it is 99.8% there. So I could not be happier with my rehab routine, with how everything's going, and I owe that to my physios, Tim Dallman. I owe that to Raphael, and I also owe that to myself, you know, actually doing all these exercises over and over again, week after week after week. You have seen it in my videos that I've been out here doing the rehab program and really improving the strength of it. Finally, I did the Copenhagen's as my last exercise of the day. The Copenhagen's is the most intense adductor exercise you can do. You literally have your entire body weight on that adductor. It's intense, it's tough, and I do both sides, 2 sets, about 12 reps of that, like where you're bringing up the leg. It's just a great exercise to really improve and as like an isometric hold of the adductor. So that was my workout today. Some rehab, some functional movements, some strength building stuff, and some high intensity interval cardio training. So that was a really good workout.
Yeah, I'm like in the same exact boat because I mean, I'm like, they're doing well. I think they can keep going higher, but I think what I'm gonna do is just start whittling away. So I'm just back from the gym right now. I've been having amazing sessions down in California. I think I've been here for almost a week, 4 or 5 days, and I've been training every single day, running almost every single day, doing that like cardio, intense, high intensity interval training, 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off, or like some type of interval sprinting. I've been training at the field or juggling at the beach every single day and weightlifting all the time. And my body right now, I'd say is so, I mean, I feel so good, so good, like knock on wood, everything. The only thing still is just like, I've been taking even left-footed, like some power kicks. I've been doing like crossing with the left, really strengthening up the groin. It still feels a little bit weak, but I mean, it's so much better even than like 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna make a smoothie right now. Just before the gym, I just had 2 bananas and a couple of Ritz crackers, like a ton of carbs just for energy. It's like, what time is it? 10 o'clock in the morning, I think. Almost 11 now, almost 11 in the morning. I'm gonna make a smoothie, so I'll just do that. And then later at 1 p.m., I'm training with some guys that I've met at the San Diego meetup, but they have a pretty cool story. Like, I'm gonna talk about Rafael and Miguel when you guys meet them at the field. But yeah, really cool. I'm excited to show you guys them and show you the story. In the smoothie, it's just gonna be, basically I'm gonna put in some frozen spinach, some frozen kale, a couple scoops of this peanut butter plant-based protein powder, a little bit of mangoes, and some blueberries, and a little bit of flax seeds, and then just ice and water. So that's gonna be my shake. Lots of good micronutrients, lots of good carbs, high in protein, and some good fats with the flax seeds. So let's do that. So I'm just having a little pre-training meal before I go train with those guys. It's just eggs, onions, and mushrooms, just 3 eggs. So I'm gonna have that right now, and then we'll go off to the field and train. You gonna be ready to leave in like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, did you get your ointment?
You're so annoying.
I haven't bothered to play yet, but
You train with the first team, right?
yeah, MLS and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
US
I don't know.
is getting competitive.
no, yeah, but it's like it's cool. Like, I mean, a good experience. I mean, I'm getting better. Yeah, I mean, like,
You playing against UC Davis in that conference and stuff? I do a lot of like talks over here, and the cars that always go by and always interrupt whatever I was saying. All right, we're at the field right now. This is Rafael. He's on the academy contract right now with the Orange County Soccer Club in the USL, so you're out there training with them?
Yeah.
How's that going?
it's going pretty well. Yeah, just still fighting for a spot on the team.
It's rough. It's rough. You guys are always starting the center, huh? The 5v2s before.
Shelly, they're not going to hear anything over your bouncing.
Sorry.
Especially because I'm the youngest. Well, Aaron Cervantes, he's the goalkeeper. He signed when he was 16. So I'm the second youngest. So when we do like rondos and stuff, I'm always best in the middle. The youngest.
Alright, and then this is Miguel, this is his brother.
Right now, I'm just helping out with Slammers FC, the youth team, just coaching.
And this is Chapin, right?
Yeah, I'm Rafael's friend and Mike's friend. I play for Slammers with Jerry Laterza.
So we'll get a little warm up in and then just do like a pretty easy, I mean, he trained this morning with Orange County, so we'll go a little bit light, do some shooting, juggling, stuff like that. And yeah, call it a good training session. Alright, let's warm up. Yeah, you have to. Is that 3?
You guys can't get up on it.
Where are you going next to, do you know? They have a good program.
I keep trying to do my time. Dude, that was dumb.
I'll take it. Redo it. Get in the goal.
Is that 3?
Huh?
Is that 3?
Yep. You ready? So we're just gonna do like a first touch thing, kind of clip it in, just work on trapping in the triangle, and then after a certain number, the person in this triangle is gonna attack and shoot on goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Yeah, that was dirty. I got that on camera. That was on camera, wasn't it?
Instant replays and everything.
I'll put the Meg back in here.
Yeah, we're trading, and I went up like this, and he just goes.
Did you make me?
No, it was this other guy.
Okay.
I tried to though.
Yeah, I remember you trying all the time and just failing and failing and failing. And all right, so what we'll do is like one person will just be here. I'm sure you guys have done this before, but 2 people down there just serving balls. You just take a touch and you have to score, and we'll do a competition. So we'll go like 10 balls, and then how many you get out of 10.
Oh.
And then we'll go. Let's do the loser has to do. Let's do 40 push-ups. Last place. Second place, that's it. Second place has to do 20. So like
going so we can hit the wheel.
You want to do that? Hit the sides? Yeah, let's do that. 5, 5? Yeah. Just on the outside? Over 3. Shut up, you gotta go more. Alright, we're restarting.
Did you lose or get in second?
Last place.
Nice. Is it first one to finish?
Yes, the first one, hit it with the right and left foot all the way for all 5 spots.
Does that have to be in the air?
Yeah, it's gotta hit the net in the air. There it is. Go.
Oh!
Hey, you didn't get Chapin's left foot.
I won, but Raphael is making excuses. He says
making excuses, I'm following your rules.
So we just finished the training session. These guys drove down an hour and a half from Orange County. So thanks for coming down, I appreciate it. Anything you guys want to say in the video? Nothing?
Follow me on Instagram, Rafael.espinoza10.
Can I go medium, please?
Yeah. Sour cream or cheese?
A little bit of sour cream and then just guac.
Chicken, right? Chicken?
Yeah, that's the hard part too. It's like there's so many teams everywhere you go. You just got back and all showered up from the training session. Really good training session. We were out there for like over 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Just nice to train with some other people, do some other drills that you can't do by yourself. It's just very nice to have that environment. Right now, we're about to go out to dinner to celebrate Mimi's early birthday. It's on September 6th, but I think we're gonna be up in Portland for her birthday, so we're gonna celebrate it down here in San Diego while we're with her family, and then come back and I'll probably just work for the rest of the night, editing up this video, doing some other stuff, and then yeah, I think that's the plan. I want to wrap up this vlog with a serious story that I think is pretty powerful, and I think is very admirable for what this young kid is doing for his family and for his sister. So long story short, Philip has been an Elite Challenge member of mine for a long time, over a year. He's a younger kid, and his dad, I've been in contact with his dad about his development and his training and just the normal stuff in the Elite Challenge where I kind of stay up to date with their career. And then back of November 4th of 2017, Philip's sister, his younger sister, had a weird headache. At 2 a.m. that night, Philip comes running into his parents' room and says, there's something wrong with my sister, she's crying in pain, you know, she needs help. So Stefan goes into Sophia's room and they check up on her, and she is basically just in intense pain, screaming for pain meds, and the left side of her face isn't working, which is a very serious cause of concern. When that happens, it's, you know, straight to the hospital. This is serious. And as a side note that Stefan just told me is that Philip sleeps through any noise in the night, and Stefan is more of the lighter sleeper. But that night, Stefan didn't hear Sophia crying in pain. It was Philip who heard his sister that she needed help and brought his dad in for help. And Philip saved his sister's life. Apparently she only had a 5-minute window before the pain was going to become so intense that she was going to pass out, and Philip heard her in that night and basically saved her, which is just amazing. They rushed Sophia to the ER. They did a quick CT scan, found that there was bleeding inside of her brain, and they had to do emergency surgery. The surgery was successful, but Sophia had to be put into a medically induced coma to recover, and she didn't awake from the coma for another 4 weeks. And during that time is when I had the video call with Philip, tried to cheer him up as best I could, but just to see the pain that he was going through, just to see his sister going through all that was pretty intense, and it was tough. As for a time reference, like I said, that first incident happened on November 4th, and she finally woke up from the coma and was allowed to leave the hospital 2 weeks before Christmas. She then had to go through 3 months of just grueling physical therapy to basically relearn how to walk, how to move, how to do everything. And during that time, she said her first word again, which was mama, around New Year's Eve, New Year's time. Now, after staying at the rehab program for 3 months, she was allowed to go home, and she's been home now for 4 months, but she still has to do a full year-long physical therapy to give her the best chance of recovery. That program is non-profit, but it still will cost Stefan and his family $25,000, which is a lot. Now, Philip has been extremely strong in helping out his sister through this entire process. I've been really in contact with Stefan and talking about Philip and just seeing how he's helping Sophia out so much. And he's actually doing, or he already did, this is a little bit late, but he did 40,000 juggles in a week to help raise awareness for his sister and just to do everything that he possibly can to help her, to raise money. You think you have problems about your own life or all that stuff, but then when you hear stories like this, it puts everything into perspective. And I mean, they really are just doing everything they can to help Sophia really have the best chance of recovery. Again, I can't imagine just how hard this would be on a family. I can't even imagine the pain that they're going through, how strong they have to be, how strong Philip is, how strong Stefan and his family is, and just mainly how strong Sophia is through all this process.
You guys can check out Sophia's story and their family story at sophiastrong.org. And they don't have a GoFundMe, but they do, if you guys do want to donate, you do want to help out, they do have a direct PayPal, which will be linked in the description. You guys don't have to do anything, but if you want to help support, it'd be greatly appreciated on my end as well as on their end. And I just want to make it very clear that Stefan didn't ask me to broadcast or publicize their message. He was just talking to me through a normal email, and I said, I asked, can I share what Philip is doing, the 40,000 juggles? Can I share Sophia's story? Can I share her website? And just, can I help in any way? And he said, yeah, of course, use photos, videos, use whatever you want. So that's going to be the end of the video. I'm sorry to end on more of a somber note, but like I said, I think this is worth sharing. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.